Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Cardiac Cook. Once again, my name is John. I'll be your host today. We are doing, as promised, a chicken broth. It's simple, easy. You know, what do you do with that carcass after you made your chicken? I made a whole chicken just last week, and I froze it in a freezer bag. And wife over the weekend just made another chicken, and of course, I've saved both of those together. Just dumped it into the bag. And we've got it over here frozen, so we're going to make it into, well, you could make it chicken soup, but I always need pretty regularly a chicken broth for a lot of the recipes that I do. And of course, trying to find sometimes chicken broth that's low in sodium is a little bit difficult. They've been definitely doing a lot better lately with the industry, with low sodium products in the grocery stores now. As I showed you before, the Campbell's Simply chicken broth I had before on the broccoli cheddar soup, only 3% per cup. That's actually very reasonably sodium content. But I make it basically, of course, with nothing except for whatever spices were on the chicken and a few of the added spices and that sort of thing. No added salt. So basically it's got no salt added to it. And we're going to show you how to do that today. Today's ingredients for the chicken broth really just include whatever leftover chicken you may have. Frozen, fresh, doesn't matter. As long as it's in pretty good shape. We got apple cider vinegar. Just 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in the recipe. We've got ginger for some spice. Of course, over there, a little bit of peppercorn. Pepper the wife doesn't know about. Sometimes your vegetables maybe not looking so good. And you're welcome to use them in this sort of thing because it's not like you're really actually eating the vegetable itself. So in the case of if you've got some carrots that are maybe not looking so, superb and prime condition, a little dried out maybe, saved up still, didn't want to throw them out, they could be thrown into for an organic composting or not, but maybe not quite that far. You've saved them enough. In this case, these carrots are actually pretty good shape, but I got a pretty limp looking celery stalk here that's not looking so good, and that's what definitely is going to go in there. And some green onions that didn't seem to make the grade for a salad, so I've kept them anyway. We're going to put those in there, just some added flavor. I got a whole onion there. Definitely we need garlic, and I like lots of it. So garlic here, you don't have to do it up special or cut it up special. We're just going to actually cut it and mash it a little bit. Even the skins and all can go in there. And did I mention the bay leaf? Yeah, there's a little bit of bay leaf that'll go in there. When you're all done this, all you're doing is basically straining out the liquid portion of it. And you can save that in the fridge for 3 to 5 days, they say. Or you can even freeze it. Okay, so this is really simple. Honestly, it's as simple as basically throwing your chicken carcasses in a Instapot. Oh, this thing is still frozen to itself. Take a couple of bay leaves. There's 3 bay leaves. Throw those in there. I'm not even going to measure. Teaspoon. That's about it. Apple cider vinegar. This is crushed ginger. Just about maybe a teaspoon or so, not too much. Peppercorns. About a tablespoon. I like pepper. Don't tell the wife. Then you take your garlic here. I just cut the core off the end of it. Break all the cloves up on it, mash them up a bit, in they go just like they are. Skins and all. Okay, I took my onion. I'm going to dress the onion a little bit. Cut the end off of it. Take the dry off of it in this case. coarsely chopped. Carrot. I'll chop the end off of it just for, I don't know, the way I like it, feel it. Big chunks, carrot. Whole thing, skins and all. Leaves and all. Did I miss anything? Forget anything? Nope, I think we're okay. The water. Okay, so there's about, give or take, 4 cups of water. Pour that all on top of it all. Put your lid on. Set it up for pressure cooking. You're going to do 60 minutes. Okay, so we come to the end of our 1 hour of pressure cooking. Now we're just going to leave it basically depressurize itself. This can take actually a fairly long time. You just leave it basically. It's shut the element off, and even 40 or 50 minutes later, it's still going to be fairly warm inside. We'll open it up then after about 30 or 40 minutes. Okay, so we're up to an hour here. Basically, it's been just sitting resting, probably somewhat, maybe a little bit of pressure still in there. What we're doing is we're just going to release, no pressure at all left in there. Turn it off. Basically, everything's kind of turned to almost like a mushy soup. Oop, a little hot. A little hot still. Lift it out. Gonna pour the whole works into the strainer here. Let it drain for probably another 10 or 15 minutes. Oh yes, look at all that liquid gold. Okay, so it's still a little bit warm, but not that warm yet. Just gonna do this because it's easier to get it into my canning jar. Now, sometimes, a lot of times, if you feel like it, you can cool this off in the refrigerator, and as the stuff cools off a little bit, all the fluid that's at the top, holy cow, I got a lot more than I thought I was going to have here. All that fat at the top is going to actually solidify itself, and you can pick that off afterward. Great for doing with, say, a rice. Maybe make your flavored rice, steam it in it, or cooking it in it. Absorbs into the rice. Yep, you can see a little bit of fat there on the top. It's going to solidify once it's cooled off, and it's all of it will, more of it will rise to the top. Not much today. It's a pretty simple thing. It's more time than anything. Well, that's it with today. Just a simple chicken broth. I hope you enjoyed the episode. You are welcome to like and share. And of course, I give you permission to be a subscriber. Once again, I'm John, Cardiac Cook.